Nowadays, you might have noticed that many companies are pouring money into AI as if it's some kind of high-return investment. And you might be thinking, well, how is this working out? We haven't seen any real returns yet, and there doesn't seem to be any clear benefit. Is this whole thing just a fake scheme built on big promises? Or is it actually the real deal? I don't have a perfect answer, but I'll try to explain it in the most understandable way. We'll even go through some parable-like stories, why the AI bubble might burst, and why some AI companies might end up using more power than an entire city. Now let me continue with a beautiful story that explains the problems behind today's AI investments. I'll use an analogy, a simple story about a baker. There was once a baker who owned a small shop. Business was running smoothly, just enough to sustain him. But one day he noticed that his competitors were building massive kitchens. So, wanting to keep up, he borrowed a huge amount of gold and built 10 new ovens. But here's the problem. He never had enough customers to fill those ovens. When the lenders came asking for their money back, he couldn't pay. He'd invested in capacity, not demand. This story perfectly illustrates the current AI hype and the wave of AI-related investments. All this AI excitement might even trigger an economic recession if the big AI companies fail to deliver what they promised. Instead of truly creating artificial general intelligence, they keep talking about how many data centers they will build, how many billions of parameters their models have, and all that, while the real value is still uncertain. Well, now we can dive into the second story. Once upon a time, there was a prosperous kingdom. The kingdom never held back. Its rulers worked endlessly to make it even richer and to fill its treasuries with wealth. One day, a foreign merchant approached the king and offered him a mysterious map. This map, he claimed, could lead anyone to whatever treasure they wished for, a magic map. The king, eager to pack his newly built treasuries with more riches, bought it without hesitation. Later, the king asked the map to guide him to a rare kind of gold, the most precious metal known in the kingdom. The map began pointing in a direction. The king ordered his soldiers to carry him in a ceremonial throne that could be lifted and transported. They followed the map for days. But when they reached a certain spot, the map stopped pointing. Confused, they asked again and again where to go next. Suddenly, the map shifted its direction again. The king and his soldiers followed it faithfully. But the place it led them to was a deadly swamp, deceptively normal on the surface, but deadly underneath. As soon as they stepped onto it, the ground collapsed, and both the king and many of his soldiers sank into the swamp and died.